Orlando Fresh Johnson here, and this is the Engineer Freestyle Podcast.
All right. So we're here. It's episode 3. Hopefully you heard 1 and 2. I decided to talk about school, and not to make this a small topic, but I feel maybe base it around the fact that like creative school, so people that choose to go to like recording or art or anything of the creative sort, because I always get that question like, oh, should I go to school? And for me, let's just talk about that real quick. For me, I decided the best reason to go to school was because I didn't know anybody in the industry. I was good at something, but I didn't think I was great at it. And yeah, I ended up learning a lot because this whole time I was recording myself as an artist, and I was recording friends, and I was doing sessions here and there. I didn't think I can actually like have a career off of that. So going to school opened my mind to, all of that. Opened my mind to consoles, opened my mind to, just different microphones, what a preamp was, what a compressor was, what an EQ was, what Pro Tool was. Like I was still on GarageBand. So it was like it's a numerous amount of things that I learned going to school. And if I would have had to close my attitude that, school is nothing and, I could figure it out by getting an internship, I probably wouldn't be as ahead as I am. Well, in my personal view, I'm way more ahead than I thought I would be. So, yeah, I think so. It's one of those things where you have to look at it like, what are you going to benefit from school? Because there's some people that have the gift for, the gift to give him, how you say, the gift to of the gift of giving gab, giving. I don't even know how to say that. Hopefully somebody corrects me in the comments or something. But gift of gab. I'm guessing that's how you say it. Some people could talk their way into situations. I'm not one of those type of people, so that's another reason why I went to school. And yeah, going to internships. If you listen to one of my recent episodes, I believe it's episode 1, my first one ever. Internships can be risky. Like you can walk into a situation thinking that oh, this is going to change my life because they're telling you all the big names that work there, and oh, this is what we do here, and blah 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 blah. And yeah, you can be screwed. It's just that it's those things in life. Like you could just end up in an effed up situation and make you not want to deal with that industry anymore. And I feel like going to school can not only prepare you with skills, but can prepare you somewhat with the mental ability to handle what's about to happen. Because as majority of us know that are in the industry, it's not a joke, it's not a game. And in any industry, even if you're deciding to go to a school like FITM, I went to Los Angeles Recording School, which is a part of Los Angeles Film School. And yeah, if you're even deciding to go to a school like FITM for fashion, like you can help yourself get ahead by meeting, some of those teachers are, well, majority of teachers are still in the industry. So meeting those teachers, getting those connections, like if you're working hard and they see that you're working hard, they're going to want to pass your name along to somebody else. And that's kind of what happened to me. Like I kept working hard enough for people to want to pass my name along to somebody else. So, there's another reason why a lot of people don't go to school, and that's because of how much it costs. And you have to really think about it. If you want to start a business, and a good 30,000, can help you, get that business going. That's a lot of capital. That's a good amount of capital to start a business. And that's kind of how I saw it. Like, okay, I want to start this engineering business, those school loans are going to help me get X amount of dollars and, be able to start that business. And that's what I did. Like, I started working right away when I got to school. Every little thing I learned, I utilized it, and I made sure, that was another dollar in my pocket. Yeah, the school doesn't want to hear that you're probably running sessions, with the studios, but dude, you already paid thousands of dollars. So if I was you, I'd run those sessions. If I was you, I'd mix those records. Like, that's what you're there for. And that goes for any school. If they have a facility that you can use after you paid them thousands of dollars, you better use that facility for the best, for the best of your abilities and, for you to help your bottom line with your business, because that's what it is. So, yeah, I got the money to cover the education. I got the laptop and I got a bunch of books. I got, just numerous of things, hard drives, microphones, interfaces. Like, that was enough for me to start a business. Like, if you really think about it, and eventually I'll make enough to pay that back. Yeah, school loans can be crazy and they can be annoying, but yeah, man, at the end of the day is how much do you believe in yourself? And I believed in myself that much, and I still believe in myself that much that I was willing to take that risk. Like, I didn't have a dollar to my name. I can remember, like, I was dead broke, and I think I was living like in a low income apartment. Yeah, it was. And I went through a bunch of stuff while I was going to school, and that could be a whole nother episode. But yeah, I don't think you should cancel out school because of the loans. I don't think that should be like your main reason. Like, really weigh your pros and cons, because everybody's pros and cons are different. Like, really weigh your pros and cons. Like, what do you think you can? Well, mainly I would look at what you can benefit from it. Like, try not to think about the cons, because everything has a negative outlook to it. I mean, a negative side of it, but it's like, it shouldn't be that important, because even if you don't go to school, there's negatives to that. If you do go to school, there's negatives to that. But it's just like, for me, there was like numerous of positives, which is, like I said, computer, interface, microphone, books. I got to learn a bunch of stuff that I didn't know at all about engineering, about music, about even music production. Meeting teachers, I had, numerous amounts of credits if you put them all together. Counselors that rub shoulders with big people in the industry. Like, I went to my counselor like 5 months in while I was going to school, and me building that relationship with him, as you heard in probably heard in my other stories, me building that relationship with him got me to meet Dave Pensado. So, would I have met Dave if I didn't go to school? Maybe. I probably would have found a way and got there. But at the same time, like, school bridged a crazy gap for me. Like, school is the reason why I learned a lot of these engineers' names. School was the reason why I even first saw Pensado place. Like, school is the reason why I learned about Conway or Larrabee or Westlake, all these studios. And it's just, where was I going to be able to work on a Neve console or SSL console or, a Duality or those big icons, like, where was I going to learn Foley? Like, I wasn't about to sit down and turn at a post-production facility. Like, I wasn't in my interest. So, I just got to do a large amount of things in a year and a half. Like, if I really sit down and like detail everything, it'll sound like I was there for 5 years, because I learned so much. And I was working so hard that I got a job there. Like, so, I think if you're a go-getter, you're a hustler, and you push yourself, you know, school can only help you. School can only help you. Now, if you're already connected and a bunch of people, and you're mainly trying to do something that you feel you don't need school for, then yeah, take a crack at it. But for me, I was already what? When did I start school? I think I was 28. I can't even remember. I gotta do the math. I had to at least be 26. I think I started school at 26. So, me being 26, the last thing I wanted to go do was sit in an internship for 2-3 years and end up being 29 and still, not being anywhere. And me going to school, I graduated 28 because I believe I started school like a couple months before my birthday. So I graduated around, I think it was 28 or 20, probably 27, year and a half. So probably 27. Yeah, spent 6 months with Dave, and then almost 2 years at Atlantic. A year and a couple months by myself with Old First Sound. And, within a span of 4 years, I'm at a point where my business is paying for itself. It's self-sustaining now. And I'm like super thankful for that. And I feel like if I didn't go to school, it wouldn't have happened that fast, and it would have never happened that drastic. I would have, if I didn't go to school, I would have gotten to the same place, but I don't think I would have gotten here as fast as I did. Because if you really think about it, like, if you take away the years in school, I literally have been engineering for like 2 years. If you consider like being an assistant and then going to a label as an engineer. So that's like 2 years. And then by myself, I have a year. You can call it a year. So that's 3 years. That's 3 years of putting in the time of learning and, taking that risk with the loans and all that stuff. And then going off to actually work, and now I work for myself. And there's nobody, telling me what I have to do. There's nobody booking sessions for me. Like I'm doing that all myself. I have my own business. I have a DBA. I'm running it myself. So going back to the beginning, should you go to school? My advice, I know it's unasked for, you don't give, but my advice is, if you want to learn something well enough to have a solid foundation and to make sure that you can step into a room and make yourself some money, I would go to school. Now, if you're taking, more I want to be a producer and throw myself in there because that's how I learn, I'm better at that, then by all means do your thing. But I wanted to make sure that I learned enough to where if I sit down anywhere in any studio, I could record anybody, get signal flow, play it back, and do my job. That's my foundation. I want to make sure that I can do my job. Now, all the other stuff I did, in my history of being an engineer and the stuff I still do now is all extra. Like me learning how to mix and me sitting down, talking to people and giving advice and all this other stuff, which I'll get to another podcast. But yeah, like all the extra stuff is stuff I've grown to learn in my time pursuing my engineering career. So yeah, man, don't be scared. Definitely weigh out the opportunity and think about it. And I would always ask people that have been to the school you want to go to, may it be Full Sail or Los Angeles Recording. And this kind of relates to everybody that wants to go to some type of, like, I guess this was called like a private learning or, well, trade or something. Like, I think it's important to just talk to people that's been there before, people that have made use of it. Don't just talk to all battered, like, I hate that place type of people, which you probably learn something from them too. But, I would definitely ask people that you rock with and, it seems like they're doing what they're setting out to do. Just hit them in a DM, or I guess invite them out to lunch if people still do that. And yeah, man, really, really think about it, because you could really change your life in the span of 3 to 2 years. Because that's what happened to me. Like, my life changed in, I could say 2 years, because school was a year and a half, and then I was an assistant for 6 months, and it all changed after that. So I'm definitely a yes for school if you're a go getter and you really work hard. Now, if you don't know what you want, you should probably figure out what you want before you go to school. And I'm gonna leave it at that. And thank you for listening. Thank you for stopping by, and see you soon. Peace.